Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the Real Rep family. So today's video I'm not really looking forward to be honest. I did a little bit of prepping before I did this video and I'm already really unhappy with the results. Obviously you see the title, which is looking at Craigslist ads. Now, the goal of this, if you happen to be one of the individuals who is listing this animal, the goal is not to trash people. The goal is to, I guess the goal is to trash people because I don't really know what else the goal would be. To look down upon the care that is being given upon animals. I've had a couple conversations lately with people, and it's just been super upsetting to me, the lack of care and the lack of care as in like actually caring for animals, and care as in like having respect for animals around you. Something I did beforehand was I basically went onto Craigslist and I searched up different reptiles, and I basically came up with 6 not so great and 1 good one, just to have a positive note. I'm going to be sharing the pictures of the animals and their condition right over here. And I'm going to go talking through each one because I'll probably show you the picture and then I'll read the description and everything like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started into these delightful Craigslist ads. So the first one I'm going to start off with is one of the rougher ones, and the reason is because I actually contacted this individual, not even to be like snotty or anything of the sort, or to be like an I know better than you. I know some people are like that, but that was not my intention. My intention was to alert the owner, because some people just don't know. Some people are uneducated, and while it is their fault that they're not looking online, some people think that what they're learning from the person they bought the animal from is giving them the correct information. So they may not know better. So if I can reach out and say something and help, why not? So with that being said is the first one. So this one, by the looks of it, seems like a pretty healthy snake. But the problem with this is, I tried to purchase the snake first of all because I didn't even like the comment underneath the picture. They're selling the snake for $325, which in reality I don't think is an unreasonable price. However, before we even get started, in the state of Florida, you have to have a license to sell an animal to sell a reptile, okay? So all of these people are selling illegally basically, because you know that if they're trying to get $325, or even if they're trying to sell reptiles on Craigslist, most of these people do not have licenses. Like I said, the first one is the Champagne yellow belly ball python. The quote underneath it says, super shy 7-month-old male ball python eats live rat pinkies every other week and is surprisingly active. There's a couple issues with this situation. First situation that a lot of people don't know. Pinkies and fuzzies are filled with milk. Snakes cannot really digest lactose like that. So, I mean, think about it. Snakes don't ever receive milk from their mothers. Once they're born, they're on their own. So lactose really isn't the easiest for them to digest. That being said, pinkies and fuzzies should only be fed until they don't have to be. You shouldn't try to feed pinkies and fuzzies just because. And these pinkies and fuzzies that he's feeding the 7-month-old snake that should be on weaned rats isn't really getting much nutrients from the mouse. So it's essentially searching for food. It seemed like there wasn't as much care about it. Well, it's too far out of my way, I'm not gonna try. And I offered if they would go down any lower than $325. They said no, and actually I think they might have said $300. I said I can't take that snake for $300. It's not happening. So I'm really upset because I would have taken the snake. I would have loved to have the snake, but at the same time, it is what it is. I did what I could. It was super frustrating. It's a beautiful snake too. It's a beautiful ball python. I just think it's very frustrating when people get into an animal and they don't know what they're doing, because the animal suffers every time. The animal's never not going to suffer. You buy it because you think it's cute. You don't do any research. You just think it's as simple as putting the thing in a damn cage, and it's not. It's not that simple. It's way more complicated than that, and that follows with any animal, not just reptiles. Reptiles are a little more extensive because you have the lights, the calcium powder, all these different things. But even things like rats and guinea pigs, there's things you should feed them, things you shouldn't. There's things you should do for them and things that you shouldn't. Like, there's so many different things that require research, and it's not hard. We have the internet at the tips of our fingers. You can go shopping in 0.2 seconds and order $1,000 worth of clothes, but you can't look up for 5 seconds something for your animal, or there's something wrong, or to make sure you're doing things right. It's very aggravating to me to see the lack of shits given. That is the most appropriate way I can say it. The lack of shits given towards an animal. I don't think it clicks in people's mind that this animal is starving, or this animal is dehydrated, or this animal is uncomfortable, or this animal is in pain. What do they have, like, can you imagine how excruciating that must be for the animal? It's in pain, it can't talk, so it's basically like internally screaming, and no one's listening. And all they're doing is hoping or wondering, like, what did I do to deserve this? I just want to be taken care of. I just want some food. I'm cold. I'm uncomfortable. Like, that's just, it makes me want to scream. It really does, guys. I can't. So the next one, we're gonna pop it up right here. Bearded dragon, $150. Here's the other picture of it, because I want to show you that one too. So I'm not gonna complain, because the tank is not the worst. The tank could be a lot worse. The size, okay? And in all honesty, the sand isn't that great, but it's okay because it's an adult. It honestly doesn't even look like sand. It looks like a walnut shell. It seems like they have UVB, but I can't really tell. Why is the enclosure so dirty? I am sorry, but it's never excusable, but it's more excusable if it was like, I really don't have an excusable way. There's literally no reason that an animal's enclosure should look like that. Do you know how easy it is to take a sand sifter and stick that bitch in there and start sifting? It will literally take you under 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, to clean that entire enclosure of all that nasty vegetables. 2 minutes, and you're that fucking lazy. You can cut up his vegetables. Looks like peppers in there, and some dead crickets, but you can't sift his enclosure. And I don't understand how people are okay with posting that. Who is okay with posting something like that online? Her 10-year-old son has passed care duties to an unwilling participant. Once again, parents, children wanting something, parents just saying okay, parents not doing research, kids not doing research, just an all-around big screw up. I don't get it. This lizard is easy enough to care for. Potty trained, will go outside and not in tank, and very docile. Okay, so there's literally no heat, UVB. It says 2 heat lamps and various terrain accessories. So there is no UVB. Unless the UVB to them is a heat lamp. I don't know. I don't know what they know. I will say this now, and I will eventually do a video on it. If you are under the age of like 15, do not buy a bearded dragon, okay? Because I know everyone likes to make it super simple and like bearded dragons are super easy. No, they're not, okay? These things are way harder than everyone makes them seem to be. And I'm not saying they're impossible. They're really not that difficult, but for a first-time reptile, don't get a damn bearded dragon. Don't do it. Get a ball python or get a corn snake. Even then, I'm like, y'all still ain't gonna give a shit. Y'all still ain't gonna do research. You're still gonna give inadequate care. You're still not gonna wanna take it out. Then you're still gonna rehome it in a year because you don't want it anymore or it got too big. Unless you do your research, just don't get the damn animal. It's just that simple. Don't make the animal suffer because you're too lazy to do what the hell's right. That's ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get heated, guys, and we're only on number 2. It's even more frustrating because these people are asking money for these animals. These people are asking for money for their underfed, neglected, non-cared for reptile when they shouldn't get money for it in the first place. They should get a big middle finger and that's it. That's literally all they should get, is a big middle finger, and I can take the animal. I don't know why they're asking for money when, number one, it's illegal. Number two, they're not even taking care of the animal. So I don't care if you lose money. Yeah, so now we're on the third one, okay? So we're about halfway there. Pictures here. Picture number 2 and picture number 3. Does anybody want to tell me what the hell that stuff is in the background? It literally looks like Spanish moss from outside, which really concerns me because who knows where that was found? Who knows what kind of animals and fungus and bacteria and parasites are on that moss? I don't even know if they have complete flooring. There's shit on the ground. They couldn't even clean up the shit for the picture. Really? That's where we're at? The little log he's on is covered in urates. And that seems to really be the only thing in his enclosure is that stick. Oh, guys, I lied. He's got a water bowl. Miraculous. This person said, "Hi, I am currently moving and am not allowed to take my beardies with me." Wait a second. So now we have a case of housing them together. I'm needing to rehome them and I'm going to be asking a rehoming fee per lizard. You must have a habitat for them. They will not come with tanks. So either she's gonna buy new animals, or I don't even know what she would do with the tanks. And she's seeming to care a lot for these animals when they're either housed together or they have the shittiest enclosure I've ever seen in my life. Again, what is the Spanish moss doing in the enclosure? Like, wow, I don't understand. Guys, I can't get it. Now we have the next one. So we're gonna start out with this picture. First I'm gonna read you the description. It says, "Hi, I'm looking to rehome some lizards I have. I have veiled chameleons ranging in sizes, multiple adult tegus, and one baby greenhead tegu left. I'm looking to rehome them. Super cool lizards to have. Contact me if interested." So there's a couple problems with this. One, I don't know if he thinks the greenhead tegu is its own species. I hope not, because it's not. If you didn't know, black and white Argentine tegus have green heads when they're little. I don't know if he thinks this is some old secret species he's discovered or some separate species, but it's not. Second of all, that tegu is really on the skinny side. Should have a fat tummy, okay? And he doesn't. Not literally fat, but you know what I mean. Also, super cool lizards to have. It's not that I don't want people to own tegus, but it's just like, they're really not for everyone. I feel like it's a very select group of people who should and are ready to own tegus. Now here's the other picture. I am almost convinced that this man has caught these veiled chameleons outside and is selling them. Now, I don't really agree with the fact that veiled chameleons are outside. However, it really aggravates me when people go out and catch them and sell them as like they're bred with them or that they're friendly. First of all, I don't know why these veiled chameleons are together. You can tell they're clearly pissed, okay? Their throats are puffed, they're flattening themselves out. They're annoyed. They don't want to be next to each other at all. Second of all, this looks like this is in his backyard. You don't know what these things are coming with. You don't know what parasites, what issues, what health concerns. Oh man. Now we have this delightful picture. What the hell are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 12 little baby veiled chameleons doing in a butterfly net? What? The one at the bottom is black. He looks like he's dead, just chilling there. I don't even know what this guy's doing. Does he think that they enjoy being in there? I'm sure they all fall because they can't grip that net well enough. Yeah, I don't get people. I really don't. Then you see this picture. And I guess he doesn't have these because in the thing he says he's one baby greenhead left. Okay, they're all pretty skinny. I don't know what the hell is in that food dish. It kind of looks like egg yolk, but I'm not entirely sure. That water bowl looks like there's paint in it or some shit. I don't even know. That doesn't even look like water at this point. Okay, their enclosure is all small as hell, and there's 3 of them in there. This one's really funny to me because in reality, these animals are taken care of. They look taken care of. I don't know why this popped up for me because I'm in Tampa Craigslist, but this one is from Brooklyn, New York. I'm just laughing because this is the picture. The title of the ad is Boa $4.50. Now, if you see to the right of that is, in fact, a boa. And I was like, okay, maybe they just had the retic included in the picture. Nope, because the next picture is just the retic. So I don't know if he's absolutely convinced that his retic is a boa, because the picture after that too is also the retic. It's on Aspen. Okay, this is the picture. The Aspen looks wet. Look at the size of that enclosure. It also has stuck shed all over the body, but I'm confused as to why he thinks it's a boa. Very confused on that part. Very confused on why it's on Aspen. Or not that, those are like Aspen shavings. Or not even like Aspen, it's Aspen shavings, which is even worse, okay? So the last one I wanted to do is a more positive note one. I said more positive, I didn't say completely, so don't get your hopes up. Here is the picture. So it's a lychee gecko, which caught my eye because you don't see these guys for sale very often, especially on a place like Craigslist. Now they have it for sale as for $1,200. It's 3 years old. They do know the scientific name. They listed it. So I'm not gonna lie. It looks really good. Much better than some of the other ones we've seen so far in this video. It is a little pricey. Lychees are normally not that much. I've seen some pretty typical lychees around $600 to $800. I think that's where this should be around, especially considering she is, you know, she is rehoming it through Craigslist. So I didn't find as much bad stuff as I normally do, which does make me a little happy, but also makes me a little concerned. With that being said, if you guys don't want an animal anymore, please rehome it responsibly. There's no shame in rehoming. I feel like shaming people for rehoming is what leads people to neglect them till death or to let them outside. I don't think we should shame people for that. I think we should encourage responsibly rehoming animals. I think that's always the best outcome compared to what, like I said, other people could do with letting them go outside and letting a tamed animal that doesn't know how to hunt for itself live outside. Or just handing it off to a friend, or just letting it suffer and pass away from neglect. So I think we shouldn't, like I said, shame anybody for wanting to rehome because they know their care isn't adequate, or they just know they don't give it what they need. I understand money is a huge factor and money is important in life, but these animals have feelings. They have, you know, they do feel pain. They do feel comfort and discomfort, and imagine how hard it would be if you couldn't speak and you were in pain, or you were hungry and you couldn't tell anybody and you were just sitting there waiting. Like, that really breaks my heart. So please just be a responsible reptile owner. That's all I ask. I'm never gonna shame you for rehoming. I'm never gonna shame you for admitting that your care is not adequate enough. There's nothing wrong with that. But just please do it responsibly. In all honesty, as sad as this video was, I feel like it's always good to do the crappy videos sometimes. It does educate people on what to do in situations like these. And I mean, I don't even know. This just makes me sad. I'm just so sad right now. I don't really hope you enjoyed the video, but I hope you, I don't even know what you got from this video, but I hope you enjoyed me at least. I don't know. If you somewhat enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, whatever in the world it could possibly be, drop that comment down below. As always, if you want to see when I post, go ahead and hit that notification bell. Most of all, if you guys enjoy watching me and enjoy learning all about reptiles and all about my reptiles and seeing the whole journey of the rep family go along, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Of course, I'm going to be posting again every Saturday. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing for next Saturday's video, so if you have any suggestions, drop it down below. Let me know what you want to see. I always listen. I always really take what you tell me into consideration, and I do a lot of the times follow exactly what you guys tell me to do. So any suggestions would be very much helpful. But until next time, guys, I enjoyed at least seeing the good, I guess, and getting to laugh at like this boa one. That one was funny. But until next time, guys, I will see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.